Welcome back to Kyle is Famous. We have two very specific goals today. The first is to try and prove that the lady at the interview is the one who's doing the larceny. Because when you browse social media, you get, it's hinted at that it's her. Because someone's committed, a bunch of crimes, and then the police think they're fleeing the country, and then you find out that this lady's, leaving immediately after the interview. So I want to try crack that. The second thing is when you go talk, if you actually go outside and talk, I know going outside, who does that these days? If you go outside and you talk to your neighbor, you can consume them. And I kind of just want to see what happens if I do that. Of course, we still want to figure out what's in the locked cupboard, because we never figured out how to do that. Let's exit the bed. Let's get dressed.
Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is.
Just because I know that if you don't get dressed, then you get stuck with the nudist thing, so let's just do that now.
Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. After much...
Yep, okay, we're in the armor. Let's sit at desk. Write notes for interview.
Kyle wrote down his first question.
Okay, so we want to try and rig these to get her to confess. Are you a mother?
Kyle wrote down his second question.
Ever eaten a raw egg hole?
Kyle wrote down his third question.
Do you ever smile?
Kyle wrote down his last question.
Here we go. This is the... If I ask if she's guilty... Do you feel guilty or are you guilty? Let's go with do you feel guilty?
Kyle.
Okay. Let's go consume our neighbor.
Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door.
Hello, Gabby. It's time to consume.
Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole.
Oh. I was expecting, more, I don't know, I was just expecting more, not just, in you go, okay.
Job done, Kyle returned to the middle of the street.
Okay. Return to apartment, I guess. Check locked door.
Kyle walked over to the strange...
Okay, now. Let's go to the bedroom. And see if I can't scavenge for anything useful.
Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor.
No, okay. That wastes time. I need to remember that. Sit at desk. Check desk drawer. Assorted change? I don't know.
Kyle scooped up the change scattered around the desk drawer.
Well, here we go.
After other mild exchanges of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast.
Here we go. Everybody ready?
After seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May.
Oh.
Who needs no more introduction.
I forgot I could do that as well. I can become her. But first, we want to find out if she's guilty.
Kyle motioned to Rachel. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor.
What the fuck?
From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle had passed out.
I did eat something. I ate my whole neighbor.
Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor.
That's it? I ate my whole neighbor. Come on. Let's become Rachel May.
Interviewing the lovely... However, said Kyle, suddenly dropping his voice, Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to this show. She did not walk in before me.
Ooh.
In fact, said Kyle, I am Rachel May.
Plot twist!
Rachel looked at Kyle, confused, and silently mouthed the words, You are who?
I am you.
Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. I have never been, Kyle, he proclaimed. I have never been the host of the show Stay Up Late with Kyle.
You ever get the feeling that there are just certain moments in the game where the devs just had a fucking amazing time? I feel like that line is one of them. Just getting to yell, I have never been, Kyle!
Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. I am here for but one reason. To interview myself.
The most honest interview of all.
Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier.
Can I get myself to confess that I'm the criminal?
Kyle read the first question on his list. Are you a mother? I'm glad you asked, said Kyle. Yes, I am.
This is great. I love this.
Or, yes, you are, said Kyle, trying to figure out who was talking to whom. Or, I am...
Stay focused. Kyle, Rachel, both of you need to stay focused so we can get to the guilty part. Come on.
In a fit, Kyle continued to re-answer his question, trying to come up with the correct phrasing. Rachel spoke up. Kyle, I'm not a mother at all, so it doesn't really matter.
Thank you, Rachel, who is me. Yes, thank you.
Lies! Impossible! I don't believe it! Kyle banged his fist on the chair.
Okay, Kyle, you need to calm down. Rachel, who is also you, calm him down.
Kyle, I've never been in a position for that. I've really just focused on my career. All you need to do is ask. Rachel
Are you
smiled.
guilty?
Kyle was silent for a moment. Then, realizing he had no idea what he was doing, he decided to let Rachel talk.
Let's be honest. If you were watching, like, any late-night show, and this happened, it would be the greatest late-night show ever.
So, what about your career? Do you enjoy what you do? How'd you get into it?
Kyle, just calm down. That's good.
The two continued talking for the better part of an hour, Kyle asking questions and Rachel answering accordingly.
Okay, but are you guilty?
Eventually, Kyle's producer signaled to Kyle that it was time to stop.
Genuinely, that would be an amazing late-night show if the host just lost it and then, halfway through the interview, pulled it back together and the interview carried on as normal. It would be amazing.
The broadcast ended. The crew, Rachel and Kyle, said their goodbyes.
But are you guilty?
But Kyle continued to think about Rachel after the interview ended.
Oh?
Something about Rachel had struck Kyle. He wasn't exactly sure what.
Is it the fact that you are Rachel, or were Rachel?
But he did know that he was interested to hear that she was single.
Oh, Kyle. Come now. You already have Gabby. Of the goals I set out to achieve, I achieved none of them. I wanted to find out if she was guilty, and that didn't happen. And, I wanted to consume Gabby, and that happened, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with her once I've consumed her. So now I'm just kind of carrying her around. It's like it's moral support. It's nice to just know that there's someone with you if you need them.